what 34 cruises taught me about the world. Over the last 3.5 years, I've taken 34 cruises, saw the world by cruise ship, went everywhere a cruise ship can go. Some cruises were incredible, some cruises were a little disappointing, and a few taught me things I never expected. Hi, I'm Gary Dean, your Blue Hat Bucket List Traveler. On this channel, I will share the lessons I've learned from traveling the world and hopefully some good stories. So my first cruise was out of Vancouver going to Alaska on the NCL Jewel, and it was amazing. I was, wow, really like a floating hotel, right? 5-star hotel, and you just get on and it just goes, you go to sleep, you wake up, you're in a new city. It's that simple. Get off, look around, get back on the ship, go look around, get back on the ship, just every day repeat. It was amazing. It was 7 days, and I was blown away. I was, wow, this is luxury, and the dining was everything was included, right? It was great. All I had to pay for was internet, because I'm still working, so I need the internet to run my business. So that was my only thing I had to upgrade, and then I bought a couple photos. So it didn't cost me a lot extra over and above what I had paid originally. So it was great. So we got on in Vancouver, and the boarding, it was busy. It was October. There was a lot of ships going to Alaska. I think there was 3 ships in port that day. So there was a long line. It was something. But you just be patient. They're doing the best they can. They're not going to leave without you, and they didn't. So we were just patient. We got on that ship, and Vancouver from a ship is just amazing down there, right? And the leaves were turning color. It was fall, so the red and orange leaves on the trees. And then we're going to leave. So now we're leaving. We're embarking, as they say, and we're going through, and we're going to go underneath the bridge. Wow, the sun is slowly setting. You're going underneath this bridge, and it looks like you've got this much clearance just because, right? I'm sure there's more, but they do have to go at a certain time. They need the tide to be out enough that they'll fit in and out of there. So we get out of there, and the first day is a sea day, so that was great. It took us a while. Never been on a cruise ship. I hadn't been. It was my mom's 3rd cruise, which was a good tip. If you're gonna go and you can find somebody that's cruised before, go with them, because she knew the ropes, right? Okay, we go here to eat, we do that, this is what we do, and it helped me a lot. But yeah, we got onto that first sea day, and took me a long time and just figure out where the room was. Okay, you turn left, you turn right, where do you go from here? What deck were we on? That kind of thing. And it was, our room was, we were doing the buffet because it was just easier. Our room was at the far end of the ship, so it was a lot of walking. By the end of that cruise, my mom was actually too tired. She didn't even really want to do much other than just go to the buffet a couple times a day. She's pretty worn out. It was a lot of walking, and you're busy with the itineraries, right? You're busy going out there and looking at everything. So why did cruising become part of my life? Well, the ease of cruising. I've flown a lot, the airports, and 3 hours waiting, flight delays, layovers, sitting in Manila for 7-8 hours waiting for the next plane after a 14-15-hour flight. Travel was a job for me, right? I worked over in the Philippines, so I had to get there to do that. And so I never looked at it as travel. It wasn't a vacation. It was for work, and it was tiring. It was sometimes I would be back and forth 2-3 times a year. So I spent a lot of hours up in airplanes and in airports, and the glamour of that had worn off long ago. And now I'm on a cruise ship, and this is easy. I'm on a cruise ship right now, so you can see the closet behind me. Unpack, throw everything in the closet and the drawers, throw the suitcases under the bed, and done for 7 days, 10 days, this time 29 days, just depends. But done, it's that easy. It's just so simple to cruise, and everything's included. I can eat, I can drink the water, drink the coffee, drink the juice, all that stuff's included. If you want upgrades, there's lots of that too, but I just mainly stick with the free stuff, and I buy the embarkation photos is the one thing I buy. But yeah, cruising, just for me, I did it because it was easy, and I got to see the world doing it. My geography, I still have no idea where anything is, even though I've been there, right? I'm not good at that stuff. I got a grade 9 education, sadly. So if
I'll probably mix things up in these videos of where I was and what country that is. But I'll do my best. I definitely know more. I know more about the world now than I did before. And you'd be hard pressed to say a place that I haven't been. Over 70 countries, over 300 cities. And if I throw in the American cities from the 48 states, the 50 states, I guess, because I did all that too, it's probably 500 cities I've been in. So you'd be hard pressed to name anywhere in the world that I haven't been, especially if a cruise ship goes there. I've been there. Some things that surprise me about cruising, how easy it is. As I mentioned, I'm surprised how comfortable the ships are. I've never been seasick. I've met people that get seasick. I've never been seasick. They quite stable. I've been in big waves, and the ship rides them out. It's very, very comfortable, very relaxing, very quiet. The rooms, unlike at a hotel or anything, people running up and down the halls, you don't get that on the cruise ship. I very rarely ever hear my neighbors. Yeah, that's been nice. And the fact that the ship itself is part of the holiday. It's not just I'm going to go see those places. It's that I'm going to be on this ship, and the ship is like a fancy hotel. Big, swimming pools, sometimes water slides, sometimes go-kart race tracks, climbing walls, ropes. It's got all that stuff. The big lounges, the party bars, the viewing lounges. You can sit on the upper deck above the cap, where the captain will be on deck 10 or wherever, and you'll be on deck 12 or 13 looking out. Same view as the captain has. Just amazing. Really, I've enjoyed it. And then, of course, you have the shows, the theater every night. You have the food, many free choices, 2 dining rooms, the buffet always free, and then you can upgrade as well. And as you get rewards, if you're a loyal cruiser, you'll get rewards, and then you get more free upgrades. Right now I'm Diamond after 400 and some nights. I won't make Ambassador. I'm going to retire from cruising before Ambassador, but I'm Diamond. But at Platinum already, you get 2 free fancy dinners per cruise and a bottle of wine. Get some free laundry. So there's a lot of perks you get as it goes along. And the fact they do the laundry is very handy. You can just pack, enough for 5-6 days and wash it every 5-6 days. And for me, what's been the best part of cruising is the time to get away from everything. The internet sometimes isn't that great, so you have that disconnect. So I get a lot of time to ponder, get away, to take a break, just to figure out my life, what it is that I like and what I don't like and what I would change. And I get that pause in my life, hit the pause button. And I saw a thing on Instagram one time, and it was, how you put it on airplane mode. I put myself on airplane mode. Sorry, gone. You can't get hold of me, right? Unless it's an emergency kind of thing, and then otherwise I'll deal with it when I'm back on land. And the most beautiful things I've seen are the sunsets, the sunrises, the view from the port. I mean, some of the richest people in the world have big yachts. And that's the reason is you're not going to get that view unless you're on a ship of that city. Right, like Sydney, Australia. Wow, from a ship. The opera, all that stuff. The Vancouver from a ship, Miami just all the ports from a ship are wow. And I try to get up there to see it going in, and then I try to be there when we're going back out, just so I get the look of it. Now, honestly, is every ship amazing? Some are more amazing than others. I'll just put it that way. I book by itinerary, so I didn't. Oh, it's that ship. I'm not going to go. If it was going to Paris, didn't matter if I liked it or not, I got on it. I wanted to see Paris. I had a certain schedule I needed. I was trying to see the world in 3 years. It took me 3.5, so I almost got it done. So if the ship was going, I booked it. And if you want to see the world, do what I did. You have to go on some of the smaller ships because they explore. They can fit in all these smaller ports, right? Like I went down through Africa, and I went out of Abu Dhabi. So that's a small ship that goes all the way down there, and then it ends up going all the way back up through Europe and everything, right? So I spent a lot of time. I think it's the NCL Sun is one of the ones I spent, hundreds of days on. So myself, just like airplanes, I like the bigger the better. Bigger the ship, the better. More space. Yeah, more people, but there's more space. There's more to do. It's usually more fancy. Because the ship has all the stuff, bigger pools, go-kart tracks, water slides. Like it just has a lot of stuff. These smaller ships. I'm on the NCL Jade right now, and it has 2 swimming pools, a couple hot tubs, no water slides, no go-karts, no extra stuff. They don't have the room for it. It's just people. The theater's smaller. Everything's smaller. The buffet, everything is smaller because there's less people. It still works. It gets me where I want to go. I'm not complaining, but I'm just telling you there's differences in the ships. And the ports, I mean, come on. More and more now, if you're trying to see the world like I am, you end up in container ports. I mean, they're not beautiful, right? You go to the Caribbean and you pull right in, you dock, Alaska even, you dock right downtown, right? Wow, but you start getting into Europe and some of that stuff, it's going to say Le Havre and then in brackets Paris, right? Because you can't dock a ship in Paris, so you got to dock at a small place nearby within a couple hours and then take trains or buses, so that's just the way it is. Some ports are better than others. Getting off, especially embarking and disembarking, getting off and getting on. We're going to get off in San Diego, and that'll have a cruise port, right? It'll be set up for that, so that'll be great. But sometimes you get off and it's not set up for it. It's a rough one, right? And immigration and just all the things that come with it. So it just all is what it is, and the cruise lines do the best they can with what they got, and they do it the way they do it for a reason, and I don't need to know the reason. I just need to get on the ship and get off the ship. And even though for me it's kind of a job, I had a goal to see the world in 3 years, but I have to remember it's a vacation too. So when on vacation, I just let it slide. I'm not going to lose sleep over things. A little bit over money if they put some stuff on my account or don't put some stuff on my account that they're supposed to. Hey, I'm gonna figure that out. But as far as if the potatoes are hot or cold or big or small or things like that, I'm not going to go there. Overall, cruising's been my favorite way to see the world. I wouldn't have done it without the cruise ship. I would not have flown to 300 cities. No. I have zero interest in doing that. When I'm done this, I am done traveling, period. I've seen enough. I'm going to retire from traveling. I'm going to put my feet up and I'm going to make these videos and I'm going to post them. I hope you enjoy them. You're free to come along with me. So I hope you enjoy that. Not selling you anything. Just doing this is information only, and I hope you do enjoy them. In the future videos, I'm going to go over the cruises, my favorite places I didn't really enjoy, and one place that for me was the wow. Are you like me where you're in a city and you're thinking, geez, I wonder if I could live here? And I can honestly say out of 300 cities, there's maybe 3 or 4 that I thought, maybe I could live here. Most of them I was happy. I saw it. Good city, happy for them. They seem to like living there, but nah, not for me. No place like home maybe is the bias. I'm not really sure how that works, but for me, that's how it was. But I will get into my favorites and the ones, that I didn't really like.